Hey, Baba, you have to be patriotic at times like this.
Yeah.
The players need our support. Both Sundowns, both Kaizer Chiefs, they need our support.
Yeah, I mean, I do not disagree with what you are saying.
Hola, hola. Oi, Fede. Hola, lava, name is so nice, you say it twice.
Fresh, the freshest one from Impos.
Oh, you got another dope episode coming your way. Sibongi support, and Sibongi say in the previous 4 episodes, episode 5 today, we're dropping nice, fantastic stuff. Tulumamel.
Promises to be a humding, isn't it?
Yeah. Bega fresh, just to start it all off, I started very hot. Sundowns Pirates Nedbank Cup. Winner man.
Eish.
Winner man. Yo. Kute mani.
Zindala zongithengela ipapa le 3000. Nenyama ye 2000.
Qalile le athi.
Namapiya nya.
Hlanganisa.
Definitely this one is promising.
Babize bonke Spy 2 ekseni. Ngabo Spy 2 futhi nina. Everybody watching is a Spy 2.
Ngathi befuna ngathi behlala siyenzeni kube se stadium.
Mcimbi.
Ngoba sikwazi kube stadium.
Cabanga ngabe sikwazi ukuya nje. Wavele singakwazi ukuya. Sithi masks vanga ama sanitizer. Ngithi basenza lezi zinto lezi se Shoprite. You know.
But we're still far from that like South Africa. But again, going back to the game. Last time we saw Pirates play locally, they played the Chiefs and they lost. Yeah, but they lost. They lost and they lost against their biggest rivals. And I'm sure going into this game, Sundowns will be very wary of the Orlando Pirates because of the fact that the last time they played Eligin, they lost. Okay, this one is a different ball game. It's a cup competition. But we will wait and see. There's a lot of talent in the two squads. A lot of talent. These two teams, for me personally, are the teams that have the best squads in the league.
But are they currently in form? They are on a losing run. Motsuya Sundowns just lost, just last week ago, CAF.
Yeah, but they qualified.
They qualified, yes. Well done to Sundowns, but they lost. In as much as you said, Pirates lost to Chiefs.
The Pirates now hasn't been winning either. They drew their last 2 games with CAF.
Exactly.
So they are playing tonight. We don't know what's going to happen.
Yes.
But going into this Nedbank Cup, Pirates obviously have a good run, having won the last cup competition that was on offer in the DSTV Premier League. So. But no, it's a fair. This is baby Pirates. No, besides the baby Pirates, it's a fact. They won the last tournament.
They did.
So this season we only had 2 tournaments on offering, which is the MTN 8 and the Nedbank Cup.
Sure.
We didn't have the Telkom knockout, and Pirates hasn't won a cup competition in a very long time. As they won in Nedbank in MTN 8. So they'll want to continue with that, They'll want to continue the streak, they'll want to continue winning because for me, league is
it's far-fetched.
It's not within reach.
But it is.
It is, but with the way, for example, take the game that they played against Chiefs. The one that they lost. Those are the type of games that you should be winning. You're playing a team that is really struggling in the league currently, Chiefs. And for me, they just took that game very lightly and they lost it.
Okay, fair.
So they need to go into each and every game with the winning mentality.
They need to go into each and every game as if it's a cup final.
Yeah, for them to have stood, like Sundowns have stayed on top of the league for a very long time without playing.
But it doesn't guarantee a league.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Sorry.
It doesn't. But what I'm saying is, the teams that are behind them, they've had many chances of going into the number one spot.
Yeah.
But they didn't.
Yeah.
They
are coming, Chief. They are coming. Amazulu 9. Arrows 9.
Okay, look at Amazulu. They've played 22 games.
Yes.
And they are still behind the Mamelodi Sundowns with 19 games.
Fair.
Yeah,
but they are on form.
Yeah,
you cannot beat form.
Yeah, I'm not disputing any of that.
Okay.
All I'm saying is Sundowns have shown their quality in the league.
Yeah.
And they've shown their quality even in Africa.
Yes.
I mean, you look at their group, they've qualified with 13 points.
Yeah.
I think number two is on 9 points.
Yeah.
But they've shown they are a quality side. So what I'm trying to say is, Sundowns is a quality side, and we cannot take that away from them.
Yeah, fair.
It was proven also by the fact that they have been up there for so long, and there hasn't been a team that was able to even stay with number one spot even for like one day.
So always one time it was number one, remember?
Yeah, but they didn't last.
But we go to number one for a very long time doesn't guarantee. Simonile like South Africa.
Yeah, I agree.
Like South Africa.
I agree with you. That one I agree. But for me, it is going to be difficult to let the Sundowns, to move the Sundowns on top of the league. Very, very difficult. So the Pirates have a very huge challenge that they'll be up against this coming week. Sundowns, there are no pushovers.
Yeah.
They are a quality side. They've shown the last time they played against them in the league. Pirates they came with a different ball game that day. Yeah. They were very defensive, and Pirates they gave Pirates the ball for the whole 90 minutes. Yeah. But Pirates were still not able to score, and Sundowns got one chance on that game.
Yeah.
And they scored. They won the game 1-0. So coming into this one, for me, it's going to be a tough one. Because, both these teams haven't been playing regularly in the league. Last time Sundowns they played against TTM last week. They won 3-1.
Practice match.
Coming back from behind also. They won 3-1.
Showing it as
exactly.
Team,
And on top of that, I believe with the Sundowns is blessed with more attacking options.
They have depth.
Yeah, Shalulile is a force to be reckoned with.
But with rumors, they want him there and there. Do you think Lentole is it's going to give him a motive? I must still push harder so that more teams can want me. Not only Al Ali, maybe even way beyond the Al Ali footy. Footy, that thing also creates. It's a foot on uniform foot Lentole sometimes, because now you get too excited. So when it comes to playing.
Yeah, but with him, I don't think that will be the case. He seems very happy with Sundowns currently,
Yeah.
And Sundowns, they just look like a happy bunch.
Yeah, they do.
And the same can be said also with the Pirates. They also look like a very happy group of players.
The team chemistry of both teams is really strong.
Exactly.
They know how to come back from any defeat. They know how to show their class as a team.
Yeah, but on the flip side of that, Sundowns, Orlando Pirates will have a very, very difficult game for me because they haven't been scoring.
Yeah.
You know, we've just mentioned in the CAF games that they've played, they haven't scored. They played Manile draws. The last time they won was against Enyimba, like Orlando. They won 2-1. And shout out to Mabasa, who scored for us the winning goal, coming back from injury. I think having lost two key strikers in the beginning of the season, with you Mabasa, no, who's that young boy? But having lost those two key strikers and with boy Futi Ulipasa. With Ulipasa getting that injury, I think his game was starting to pick up.
He was being on form.
Scoring good derby, so getting like on the score sheet on a regular basis. For me, he got an injury at a very critical stage of his career, Pirates, So the Pirates, Mango hasn't been the same Mango that he was last season. Joba Chola, goal scorer of the season.
Yes.
So up front they are struggling.
They can't score.
They got to Jean-Marc Mundele from Enyimba, I think. Enyimba. They got him on loan, but he still hasn't been performing now as a striker,
He hasn't gelled well with the team.
And the injury to Lodge isn't helping the team also, So for me, Pirates going to this game is going to be very difficult because they haven't been scoring. And the Sundowns, they've been finding the net regular. Spusiso Filagazi, got himself a goal last time they played TTM. Yes,
Shout out to Spusiso.
So for a team like the Sundowns to have all-round scorers like they have, if it's not Mshishi scoring, Shadibile definitely is a threat. So you have to worry about a lot of people that pose a real serious threat into finding the back of the net. So the Pirates, the game is going to be very
fresh. You guys are gonna lose or draw or win. Wow, sabukusho ukuthi kuzenzakalani
obvious
abantu bahlezi semafonini bafuna ubedge.
For me it's going to be a tight game. The one opportunity that we're going to find, we're going to use it.
Okay.
So it's going to be a very tight game. And remember, revenge also is also in the cards because they beat us in the league.
On the previous game.
So
on the first round.
Yes. So for us as Nyama, the bowling is Nyama.
You represent.
Definitely. It has to be at least the 1-0 score.
To Pirates. That's then. So she's always negative about Pirates. Then all of a sudden you say they're gonna win.
Look at
against a team you just gave so many advantages. Then win Pirates.
Look at this. Back again. I'll reference the game of Chiefs, the Pirates.
Okay.
Most recently. The Chiefs were against all odds against team. They lost 3 derbies in a row against Tina, going into that derby. So their backs were against the wall. So no one gave them a chance, but they came out on top. And then not just get draw with all the points.
No. You know what? And in fact, on that note, we have to give a shout out to Kaizer Chiefs, for securing a quarterfinal place. Chiefs,
for the first time in the club's history. For the first time in the club's history, the Chiefs have reached the knockout stages in the Champions League.
No, we are excited. South African football is going somewhere. You know, abantu abaningi bangaba against the Kaizer Chiefs, but you know they really are in the quarterfinal of the biggest tournament in Africa.
Yeah, but I feel their luck has just reached the finish line.
Don't be like that. Chiefs deserve it. Chiefs ingenile. Noma ngaba sengene ngama calculator.
Now they'll be facing the big boys. Like Al Ahly is there, Sundowns is there. Like they'll be facing the big boys. Now Absadla, it's no longer just having to qualify in a draw, having to qualify now you have to go into a game and win. You know?
Lose, go home.
Exactly. So for me, this is the end of the road for them. Okay, we are happy for them. We are happy for them because they've reached like nobody gave them a chance. I included. I didn't give them a chance. You know?
Benefits of the doubt, like you just said,
I'm not giving them a benefit of the doubt.
Come on.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
He's a Pirates fan. He's a Pirates fan.
Yeah, I'm a Pirates
fan. So, episode 10 with in favor, but he's a Pirates fan. This guy,
episode 10.
Episode 10.
Yeah, but for me, it's the end of the road for the Kaizer Chiefs. Okay. They cannot go further than this match.
Billiard is back.
Billiard is back.
Ngobo is on form. Heban. Mashiana is on form. Hey, Kuno, yabonwa chasing izinto ndoda ezabo Spider-Man akakhumbuza Spider-Man chasing izinto.
Chiefs in Dota. Okay, let's take now for example, the games that they are going to have in the Premier League, going into the CAF knockout stages, and look at the position that they are at, league position number 11, and look at the squad that they have, and look at the number of inexperienced players in that squad that they have. You know,
this season, Kevin Hunt. You know, of course, it started off bad.
Nobody cares about that.
Injury. Players are coming back from injuries. You know, that should tell you something. They qualified for a quarterfinal, and they're gonna manage. Look, you have to give them the benefit of the doubt. You know, players are motivated. Season ending. How many games left? 9 games.
9 games.
You know, every game is a final. They're gonna win.
But okay, the next game they are going to play on the league is against their Hoodoo team on the 15th. They are playing against Baroka. The team that cost them the league last season.
You see, so they're even more motivated, Chief.
They're not. For me, like. They have to decide now. We're at the stage of the season where it's going to be tough for them because now they have to decide. Knowing Chiefs, they will want to be in the MTN 8 sports. They'll definitely want that.
They have to.
So now they are struggling. They are outside the MTN 8 sports. Good number 11. And then looking at their last game they played against Stellenbosch, it's going to be difficult for them going into another premiership fixture because they can't seem not to concede. The only time they did not concede, it was because it was against Pirates But after that, the games they've played, they've always conceded. Kaizer Chiefs, you know. And you look at their form players last season. This season, they are shadow of what they were last season. You look at Manyama, you look at Nukovic,
this guy.
Guys, like now they're going to need people who are going to take them over the line.
Okay.
You know, they are going to need those people who are going to take them over the line. So for me, the Chiefs, they are going to have to set their priorities, because for me, one thing, looking at history tells us that the Chiefs doesn't really like playing Champions League.
Yeah.
So now they were not expecting futhi namanje ukuthi ba reach the stage abasirichile khona manje, you know.
Yeah, but umuthi wakusebenze kakhulu.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So for me, it Chiefs is the end of the road for them, because I think my priorities wabo bazozama ukuthi ba balance. I think they want to finish in a respectable position.
Top 8.
Yeah. And like I said, looking at their games, they have Baroka. After Baroka, they have Cape Town City.
Yeah.
So, like, you look at those games, and after that, they have the Sundowns, you know.
Yeah.
So, their fixtures, you know, they are playing a team that's fighting for relegation. They are playing a team that's fighting for league honors, you know. Ama games are difficult going into the finish, going to league finish. Yeah. And after Sundowns, they have ETTM, you know. So it's going to be very difficult for the Kaizer Chiefs. Yeah. So for me, it's a no. It's a no for me.
No for what?
CAF.
CAF futhi sabaphelele.
Baphelele after that.
League, when you see them finishing in the league?
League, the best that they can do for me, it's number 8.
Number 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
They cannot go further than that. Because, personally, all the teams that are sitting with top 8, they deserve to be with top 8.
I know they deserve. No, shout out to the teams.
Yeah, the only team that is struggling currently, we have Supersport United. They are struggling currently. They can't seem to get points along with the Swallows. Yeah. But I think they'll have enough to push them over the line to stay in the top 8. Yeah. You know? Yeah. But the Chiefs will be fighting with the Stellenbosch to go into a top 8 position, you know? But aside, it's going to be difficult for Amakosa.
Look, you know, coming back from the last season, I think, you know, definitely there's things that they didn't start off the league well, but you know, coming out of the league, as it's a Pelini league, they have something to show with, you know, who history season this season, where everybody was writing us off. Yeah, this is what we came up with. It's Figilelana, and you know, definitely they're not playing with Ibaluzi. You know, at the end of the day, they're playing with Ibawine in anything that they play in.
You mean Champions League?
I mean Champions League, man. I mean league. I mean everything. You know, they're not playing to lose. I hate team lose. You know, and hey, Baba, you have to be patriotic at times like this. Yeah. The players need our support. In fact, both Sundowns, both Kaizer Chiefs, they need our support. In fact.
Yeah, I mean, I do not disagree with what you are saying. They ran their luck because, for starters, for the first time, they were going into each and every game that they were going to, especially Champions League, as underdogs. Yeah. You know, none of the teams knew anything about the current crop of players they have. These players, they were inexperienced. They obviously want to put a stamp into the team. So for them, there was no better way than to do it on the biggest stage of them all, the Champions League. You know? Champions League, sure. But now you're facing the likes of Abu Al-Ahli with like real pedigree of the Champions League. You know, not just teams that go into knockout stages by fluke. No, it is in their plan. This is how we want to run the season. I don't think this was in Kaizer Chiefs' plans to reach the Champions League knockout stages.
Come on, it was they're part of their plan.
Never.
Last season, no, Sweeney League. Unfortunately, they came number 2. Sweeney League with CAF challenge for them. The number one sport is to win the CAF competition. Konamanje, they are still in their mission or vision, planning, whatever. Bagu quarterfinal. Unfortunately, in the league, but one part of their vision might be achieved. The Chiefs are not only star.
That's pushing it. That's pushing it. That's pushing it. This star
okay, semi-final. Can we reach semi-final? It's not draw yet, but can we reach semi-final?
Yeah, it draw is on the 30th of April.
Yeah.
We will see.
Uguti
Chiefs draw against Ini. Sundowns is praying to avoid the Al-Akhir because that's how confident they feel. We want to play these guys go final.
Yeah.
So they said it, they don't want to play Al-Akhir up until go final.
Okay.
So that shows the Champions League is part of their calendar. The Chiefs cannot include that. Instead, the Champions League for one it's a nightmare. Because of his squad,
please comment in fresh wrong like, subscribe, tell abantu bagini ukuthi love us fresh.
Bebase TV.
Mabona kude.